What's up guys, Mickle here, and in this video, I want to go over one of my favorite debates out there, and that's the Bitcoin versus XRP debate. You have so many people in the XRP community calling Bitcoin a scam, a fraud, and so many Bitcoin maxis saying that XRP is just a funding mechanism for Ripple and really isn't a good investment. Well, in this video, I'm going to give you my perspective on this because I'm someone who holds both XRP and Bitcoin, so I think it can provide a very neutral perspective on exactly what the upside potential is for both of these coins. Now, I'm going to use this to kind of transition into a very big announcement that happened earlier today in regards to one of the biggest markets in the entire world that Ripple just became a part of, so make sure to stick around for that. You are not going to want to miss it. Like always, your support means so much to this channel. If you enjoyed these videos, make sure to take a quick second to like this video and subscribe to my channel. It's really going to help me out so much. Also, if you ever need a good place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out my favorite exchange Uphold down in the description of this video. With that said, though, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. So I want to start out this video and just kind of quickly talk about the investment case for Bitcoin, and then move into some very exciting news regarding XRP and Ripple that I think is really going to help me describe why I personally like XRP more as an investment. Now, it's important to understand that I own both. I am not someone who thinks there's really going to be one winner in this market. I think XRP has a very unique potential to really dominate this market, but I don't think it's going to be the only winner. And the main reason why I also think Bitcoin is going to be a winner in this market is because of the marketing behind Bitcoin. Right now, we are seeing the biggest institutions in the entire world adopting cryptocurrencies in a big way. And they are starting off with Bitcoin. The same way most of us learned about Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency sector, the same thing is happening for these big institutions. These big institutions want to offer financial services products around the cryptocurrency sector. And the one they're going to start off with is Bitcoin. It's just the biggest and it's the easiest for them to understand. And because of that, for me, Bitcoin has a very bright future, especially over the next 4 to 5 years. As different institutional investment funds start offering Bitcoin to their clients are going to eat it up. What I know from my personal experience is that most of the older generation who I talk to about cryptocurrencies tell me, hey, I tried to look up this Bitcoin thing in my Charles Schwab account and it didn't show up. These people do not want to go to exchanges. These people also have large amounts of money because they've accumulated a lot of wealth over their lifetime. These people want to invest in Bitcoin in a place that's comfortable for them, and they just want to do it through the brokerage they know and they've been using for a long time now. For me, this alone is a massive bullish catalyst behind Bitcoin and one of the biggest reasons why I own it. To me, the marketing campaign, this massive push to bring Bitcoin into our financial sector, is enough for me to say, hey, this is definitely going to be a winner in this generation we're going into. A lot of people talk about the energy consumption and how Bitcoin isn't as fast or technologically advanced as XRP, and those points are 100% valid, but it's not going to stop people from buying it. Most of the people who are going to be buying Bitcoin don't even understand those concepts. What you need to understand is that people like us are very ahead of the rest of the world when it comes to this cryptocurrency stuff. 99% of people out there don't understand what a cryptocurrency is. And once they are smart enough to finally understand what it is, they're going to say, okay, I understand Bitcoin now. And that's where their money is going to start out. Now, what I'm going to show you is this is not bad for XRP in the slightest. In fact, I think it's really good for XRP. But it's just important to understand that as we have these new Bitcoin products rolling in, and as the masses start to become more comfortable with cryptocurrencies in general, for me, it's pretty obvious that Bitcoin is going to have success. And this is a view a lot of people in the XRP community don't have. A lot of people think Bitcoin needs to fail for XRP to succeed. Bitcoin is going to disappear because it doesn't have the tech. But to me, that just doesn't seem like a thesis that's really going to play out. To me, it seems like it's coming from the same people who thought Tether was going to collapse, and the same people who thought Binance were going to collapse. And while these are really exciting headlines and they get you thinking, the fact of the matter is when you think about things logically, it just doesn't make sense that these things would actually happen. So I definitely push back against this narrative that Bitcoin's going to disappear. Now, does this mean that Bitcoin and XRP are competition for each other? No, I don't think so, because I think all the same products for Bitcoin will be built for XRP. I think that once people learn about Bitcoin, they're going to say, okay, this thing's really cool, but what is it actually used for? It's not really actually used for much. Hey, there's this company, Ripple, that just went public, and they're actually using a cryptocurrency for transactions. What's that cryptocurrency? Oh, it's XRP. Oh, I want to own the XRP ETF. So I don't think it's necessarily that these people are going to own Bitcoin and that's bad for XRP. I think it brings them into the ecosystem and shows them, hey, there's better things out there. And for me, one of my favorite things about XRP is it's not just people investing in it for speculation. It also has the utility. Now, Bitcoin does have some utility too, but I don't think it's to the same caliber as what XRP is going to be used for. So for me, Bitcoin is great for speculation and great for just putting money into like any other asset. I think it's going to succeed as institutions come in. But XRP has that same catalyst alongside being used as a payment network. And for me, this is what gives XRP more fascinating upside. It's the fact that, hey, not only are financial services products getting built around XRP, but also that we are seeing phenomenal progress in Ripple actually making the XRP ledger a standard for payments. I want to show you this video of Chris Larson actually talking about the SEPA payment system. And before I play you this video, I just want to show you how big the SEPA payment system is. Because the SEPA payment system is doing $2.6 trillion a day. Wrap your head around that number. This is one payment system. This isn't SWIFT, this is SEPA. They are doing $2.6 trillion in payments a day. And this is the payment system that Ripple is fastly becoming a part of. Now, for me, this is what makes XRP so exciting. The fact that XRP is being integrated into systems like this. This is something Bitcoin doesn't have. And it's one of the big reasons why I don't think Bitcoin and XRP are necessarily competition for each other. XRP has a completely different role being carved out of our financial system for it than Bitcoin. This is something Bitcoin will never touch. And despite the fact that Bitcoin's getting this investment product narrative behind it before XRP, XRP seems to be beating Bitcoin with utility. So I want to play with this video from Chris Larson because he actually drops a very interesting nugget here in terms of US financial institutions and banks actually using XRP. I want to play you this video and then break it down, but I found this very fascinating.
Yeah, we just announced that we signed up CBW out of Kansas and Cross River Bank out of New Jersey. And obviously with banks, banks are rightly careful about any new technology for regulatory purposes and for stability purposes. So, these conversations do take a while, 6 months to a year, we think, to really sort of introduce the concept and then how can it be applied and then starting talking about pilots. But we're really pleased. These are the first US banks now on the Ripple protocol. So we think we are starting to get our message out there that these new technologies, distributed ledgers, really can be seen as alternatives, really viable alternatives to correspondent banking. And that's very powerful for particularly these smaller banks that otherwise have to rely on correspondent banks.
Okay. So am I right in thinking the strategy is then to get kind of a nationwide deployment of Ripple? And if so, how is that going to work? What's the strategy?
Yeah, so the strategy really is now first try to get a bank in each of the key regions of the world. Because if you can connect one bank on ACH in the US to one bank on SEPA in Europe, you have effectively connected all of the banks on those two networks. So you really get a multiplier effect. Now we have this Fedor out of Germany on SEPA, and we have now these two US banks on ACH. Now we got to work on China, we got to work in South America, India, and really continue to spread it and get to some of the bank networks. So definitely getting banks as gateways to bring currencies onto the platform is very important. And then along with that, bringing market makers to make markets between those currencies, cross currencies. We've already been pretty successful there. We have about 7 institutional market makers already. Now it's really kind of filling it up with banks.
So he just outlined the strategy for you. And this video isn't brand new, but it is so important to understand what's going on here. Ripple is onboarding banks. Ripple, the centralized company, is going to banks and onboarding them to the XRP ledger. Those banks, like he just said, are going to issue currencies on the XRP ledger. And XRP is going to act as the neutral liquidity, the neutral bridge asset between all these different currencies. So not only do I think XRP is going to be integrated into these investment vehicles like Bitcoin, but XRP is slowly becoming a fundamental utility of our future financial system. And the SEPA payment system, like I said, is something that is doing $2.6 trillion per day. This is only one system. There are countless different systems out there probably moving quadrillions of dollars around the world daily. This is the market XRP is being pushed into by Ripple. And that's why for me, XRP is such a unique investment. it has this utility that's almost unseen before in our financial system. It has this utility to completely change the way we move money, and it's being integrated to do that. It's not some pie in the sky thing. Ripple is actively working to make that happen in real time, and that's why for me, I prefer to put more money in XRP than something like Bitcoin. But as you can see through this video, it doesn't mean Bitcoin has to die. In fact, I think Bitcoin is going to be really important to making sure that XRP also becomes a speculative vehicle. Bitcoin is going to be really important to getting an XRP ETF out there. So not only is Bitcoin going to be making XRP ETFs more probable in the future, but in the meantime, Ripple is going to be working with institutions to actually use the XRP ledger for payments and use XRP as liquidity. And if XRP could be liquidity for a $2 trillion market a day, I think that would do absolutely insane things for the price of XRP. So for me, this is all very bullish news. It shows that everything we have been talking about has been spot on. Onboard the banks, get them to issue their currencies, and then use XRP as liquidity. I know I show the bank example all the time on this video, and this is just one of those clips that shows, I'm not just making that up. This is their strategy. This is the end goal. XRP is going to be the liquidity to connect all these different issued currencies on the XRP ledger. And regardless of whether or not it's the only one to succeed or it's one of the biggest ones to succeed, I think it's obvious enough that this market is absolutely massive and XRP is poised to benefit in a huge way. And the last thing I want to say before I end this video is just that I launched this brand new product where I'm actually personally able to now communicate with you guys. It's really hard on YouTube with all the scammers in the comment section, and I have thousands of DMs every single day on my normal Twitter account. If you subscribe to my normal Twitter account though, it will actually give you a link to a private Twitter account I made where I can accept all your DMs, I can answer questions, I can talk to you about any questions you might have. So if you want to pay the extra money to personally be able to communicate with me, I put that option out there. I know it's not for everyone, but some people love the ability to do this. So I just wanted to make it possible for those people who are willing to pay a little more. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed this update. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. It really does mean so much. And for now, Mickle out.